Okay.
I'm just gonna see what it looks like. If it looks horrible, we can stop streaming and go record only. But
Do you not want to go live?
I just thought we were only recording. I thought that was the plan.
No,
I
we're
didn't realize we were
gonna
going
go
to
live
live.
always, dude.
Eh.
Everything is
Fuck
content.
it. We'll do it live.
There we go.
All right, cool. We're playing 10 Candles tonight. We'll talk about kind of what's going on as we go through, but it's a cooperative storytelling game of tragic horror. Actually, let me read this.
This is my son Ligma.
That's too long.
This is my dog.
All right. This is a story about what happens in the dark. This is a story about survivors trying to light up their little corner of the world and do something meaningful within it in the few hours they have left. This is a story about desperation. It is a story about people like you and I fighting back against the darkness, only to inevitably and inescapably be consumed by it. So, to start, would you dim the lights?
Dim or
Off. Off.
Dim them until they're dead.
you'd think I would have been ready for that?
Oh
You
my
really
gosh.
adopted the darkness.
Oh no, it's already starting.
Terrifying.
So, we will start by. Would you light one more over on that side? Thank you. So, we will start by establishing virtues and vices for our teammates that we are with. And so, let's see here. Where's my bookmarks? So you're going to write down a virtue and a vice. Specify which one is which, and each one should be one word. They should be pretty broad, but can be, even things like archetypes, like fighter or coward. See here. Your virtues will be passed to the character on your left. Your vices will go to the right. I will note again that if the candles go out once they're lit, they're out.
Everybody laugh through your nose and not your mouth. At some point, I'm going to guffaw and kill all of us.
For sure.
Waiting for it.
Can be, there's actually one word, but it can be like one thing, right? Like one phrase.
Yeah,
like one-
I mean, keep it.
I'm
keep
thinking
it
like a
broad.
hyphen.
Yeah, that's
word.
fine. That's fine. It shouldn't be too long, too much of an explanation.
Actually, I have a better one now. If I misspelled this, no one make fun of me.
I feel like I'm overthinking this.
I agree.
Oh, you are definitely. It's one word. Make it broad.
Like that's the word.
You could.
Broad.
Your virtue, broad. Your vice, broad.
I am both.
Alright, I get your. Oh, I did do the virtue.
Virtue goes to the right.
No.
Virtue goes to the left.
I'm just holding
Virtues go left.
virtue.
Vices go right.
I was gonna hold them all until.
Oh. I don't know. Does it matter if we pass them already or
No,
not?
go for it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I don't think we need to zone draft.
Judge. Grabbed it early.
Judge, she blew up my candle.
I'm actually glad the monitor doesn't gives me just a little bit of illumination. Okay. Ooh, and the candlelight actually looks great.
It looks
Yeah,
great.
it
Yeah,
does.
It looks very spooky.
Awesome.
If you lean in, it gives a little effect to it too. So as much as your posture and lower back will allow you to.
Oh yeah.
Because
And you can
also
kind of
just-
do it as
do
you
a
are.
little,
go.
like,
I betray the party. All right.
I'm really glad that I'm sitting far away because that means that I
Or less likely to blow candles.
can't blow out the candle. Because if I blow one out,
Put the DM
I
screen
feel
up.
bad.
Just be safe.
Can we get a pop filter for these mics?
So the character's just for notes for ourselves, basically.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you when you write those.
Okay. Vice goes to the right.
Virtues go left, vices go right.
Is this one you gave me?
Wait, vices go right?
That's
Yeah.
what I gave you.
Virtues go left, vices go right.
Okay, I did that right. Okay.
Yeah, that's you.
Wait, right and left.
I cannot wait. Don't look. Don't
I'm
try to
not
read
looking.
through the
I didn't
cards.
see nothing.
No, you can look at them.
Okay.
You get to know what they are. Because so your virtues and vices you'll activate at one point through the game, but you should play them as you like throughout the whole game.
Should we share what we have?
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, share yours.
Bully.
Bully. Is that
His vice.
Is that your
my
virtue, or-
Vice. I
Can't
am.
wait to see Jordan be a bully.
Same, dude. This
I
is
don't
great.
remember who I passed what to what, who to
I'm
what.
glad
so.
that you put me in a stretch roll. My virtue. Ooh. This is an L.
I already don't remember what I wrote.
Altruistic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
okay?
The
Altruistic.
L looks like a C.
Bully.
Yeah, he's an altruistic bully.
It means
My-
I care about others until they're close to me.
My virtue is decisive.
Oh, that's a
Almost
good
what I passed. Almost what I put too. My vice is superiority.
Ooh.
Not too far off.
That works.
If
That
I was
works pretty
going-
well.
If I was gonna write a vice for myself, I had an idea that not far off from this. I was gonna do a real one.
I was gonna write one-upsmanship, but.
Well, I was gonna put
Superior,
if we were writing them for ourselves, I was gonna put has to be right.
Has to be better, has to be superior. Yeah, that lines up.
Stefan.
Virtue is honesty. Vice is verbose. Which applies to me
Yeah.
pretty well, actually.
Yeah. Super good. Kevin.
My virtue is my patience. My vice is my selfishness.
Okay.
I'm terrified by the patient and selfish person.
the virtue,
Wait.
the patient, selfish person.
Yes.
My moment.
This'll be
to
fine.
maximize.
All
I
right.
was gonna make a joke about the patience of being our DM.
So,
True.
this module is called Night Studies. The city is quiet now that the evacuations have emptied the streets. The world is dark, and you have stayed behind. A group of scientists, researchers, and the muscle to protect them, volunteers. The sky is black. They prowl the darkness. Several weeks ago, the sun and stars and moon all went out, disappeared. At first, there was panic, but quickly everyone got over it. Sunblock went on sale, and people went on with their lives until they came. Someone's got to stop them. Someone has to figure this all out, and that someone is you. Professionals in your fields, bunkered down in a small lab off the main street. No answers yet, just more questions. Infuriating questions. Maybe if you had one of them to examine, perhaps if you could get to the library one town over, the largest in the state, there might be some answers on their shelves. Or even up to the old observatory in the mountains. But you've learned all you can here. The lights have begun to dim. The generator is on its last legs. It's time to move. They are coming. And if anyone can figure out what's happened to the world, it's you. So your goal is to figure out some truth behind them and what has darkened the sky.
So
So
have we determined that they caused the darkening?
The darkening happened,
Correlation.
And they
not
have-
causation. Got it.
shown up. So now you're going to, let me double check. So now you'll create your character concept. You should solidify your name, your look, and your concept, your archetype. All of these should just, be, so your name is just, what is your name or what are you called? What do you look like at a quick glance? And in a few words, who are you? And you can be basically anything that fits into the module.
Name, look, and an about me section.
Yeah. And you'll keep these.
Oh wait.
Do we
Wasn't
have
there also
like,
the I saw someone do a thing?
Not yet.
do we have items?
That's not one of these cards.
It is.
It would, yeah. Do we have items, weapons?
No.
possessions?
You have whatever is in your physical pockets
Oh.
Oh,
Right now.
right now.
including not our phones.
What if my phone
The
is in my pocket right
satellites
now?
are not working.
Oh, well, I mean, it's still a flashlight, or it would have been, I guess.
Well,
Yikes.
one day I wear loose pockets and don't carry my knife with me because it would just fall out. Yeah,
You'll have opportunities.
Murder mysteries, gotta be knives, right?
Plenty of opportunities. You guys. It's not. It's very different from D&D. You have
Okay, so-
a lot of power.
name, occupation.
Name, appearance, and concept.
All right, I use occupation as my concept.
That's fine.
I feel like that kind of captures what I'm trying to get.
Totally fine.
I just realized what I kind of made with my concept. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry about what I.
Is it Yormik? Did you make Yormik?
No.
Are you a geologist?
No. No, but I am something that I realize exists. Oh well, I'm not original.
I can't get away from this name. I guess someone have to use it. It's a really weird name.
I'm not original, is what I've discovered in this moment.
It's really hard to come up with something that is just genuinely nowhere that you've heard of.
I should full send. I'm not gonna full send it on when it already seems like it is.
Name's SKT Faker.
Scott Faker?
Scott Faker.
It's pronounced.
Yeah, come on.
It's pronounced.
Say it right. I'm so scared of these candles. I'm gonna knock them over. I know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be tough to knock them over.
I'm gonna knock over the flame.
Yeah.
Just blink too hard. Your eyelashes.
So we're gonna pull a Jordan Alverson and pick a name that exists. My marker is less than ideal. It's going out with the candles. out.
Yeah, I wrote with pencil for this most of this. So
Sorry, I
Do-
grabbed
do
the
we share
first
this
4
too?
Sharpies I could find.
that's okay.
What?
Do we share this information?
Yeah, we'll share this. I'm just waiting till everyone's done.
Name Jordan's character's long lost twin brother. Jordan's
That's
character
really specific.
is female somehow. So
Right.
it's just like wait. Daisy chain relationships to one actual established character, and everybody just like relates to one person to their left.
Stefan's character's cousin's sister.
Don't bring my cousin to this.
Don't bring my sister into this. Don't bring Stefan in.
Stefan, I'm actually Stefan's cousin.
Your character concept is real life Stefan.
Yeah. Hello.
You're just gonna keep Dream of the Blue Veiling people into whatever game we play.
Absolutely. You guys think I'm done isekaiing? I'm playing Lenny next.
God, I want to see that.
Altruistic bully, baby.
Captain Cardi. In the chat.
Cool.
Always.
Kevin, you want to start us off?
Sure. My name is Daniel Higginbottom. My appearance: dark hair, clean cut, like handsome executive type. I am a scientist turned CEO, and those who may have known me long enough probably know that I am definitely a sociopath. Very much looking to control some facet of this new world we find ourselves in.
Regarding that patience card I gave you.
You handed me patient and selfish. It really worked
I-
with sociopath.
I handed you one of those.
Jordan.
My name is Tyler. 5'6", bald, 45-year-old man with short, stubbly beard, and just absolutely stacked.
Where?
Everywhere, not just
Not vertically.
Yeah, just not vertically. I decided to grow horizontally. But no, I used to work
Keep it broad.
after a brief tour. I worked in the private security industry, bodyguard, and looking for the next job that seemed to pop up. My job is to keep others physically at bay, and I'm looking for opportunity to help the group that'll fix all of this.
Lenny.
I'm Javon Brighter. I'm a archaeologist and a field researcher and relatively young guy in my mid 30s. Like average height, 5'9", 5'10"-ish. Like very thin dude. I've got jeans on with a rip in the knee, a leather jacket, white shirt. I distinctly have a crucifix that you see me like very frequently like grabbing onto as sort of like comfort. Went into the field very superstitious. Went into the field of archaeology like wanting to find the next big thing, you know, find like signs of something, you know, supernatural. And then everything went down. So my area of research became useful.
Hey, congratulations, you were right. Something is supernatural. So it seems. But not necessarily.
And Stefan.
Okay, my name is Nicholas Carson. I
Like the basketball player?
don't do that. Because they won't know if you're lying.
Daniel Higginbottom.
Alright, I only need Daniel.
Yeah, that's right.
I look like I was dressed up for a conference call and just got off of it, even though there's no satellites. But you know, I'm wearing jeans. I'm wearing a button up, but it looks like I've reworn it a few days in a row. It's like half tucked out from my jeans, and it's look very disheveled. Late 30s, 5'11", glasses, short, sort of shaggy. At this point, again, disheveled hair, and I wasn't in my pocket, so I couldn't bring that. And I am the government liaison. Every day when we try to get in contact, when the government tries to get in contact with us, asking for updates and progress, I'm the one that has to deliver the news, and I tend to make bad news sound worse, pretty much inevitably, and then won't stop repeating it either.
Love it. Awesome.
Light it up.
We still have to the brink in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm making sure I'm not behind.
Oh, I see. Very ceremonial.
So now we're going to plan our moment. So on your moment card, it will start with I will find hope, and then some thing that you would like to do that will give you hope in this situation, that will give your character hope in this situation.
And this we are doing for ourselves.
Yep. You'll do this for yourself.
Oh. Nope, we're good. That's on me.
I thought a candle was going to go off before we started.
Some of them are getting a little close, I'm going to be honest with you.
What?
I can see the wax forming under some of these.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's intentional. That
Oh,
tiered
yeah.
structure.
Very much so.
You are on a time limit.
Yeah.
What's cool is
You can't rush perfection. Oh, lost my pen cap.
Find
Good
hope.
thing it's not dark.
Reasonable.
We'll read these out.
but
But
I
no.
didn't want it to be too like broad, but I wanted it to be something that like made
Yeah.
sense thematically.
Yeah. And when that comes up, like, you're free to sort of say like, I want to
Do the thing.
do this.
Okay. Cool.
It's a little tricky because it's not just you,
Yeah.
but we can definitely make that happen.
Is this too specific? Or is it?
No, not at all. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, that's
I tried to make it broader than I was going to make it.
that's any number of things, right? Like,
I made
Well, valuable to me, but yeah.
I made mine harder inadvertently. But I don't care.
Yeah.
It's cooler for what I had in mind.
yeah.
Winning dice game on the first roll.
oh my gosh.
I will find hope when Dice Game has been introduced by at least 3 people in this world.
Can I get a spot check, Caleb?
Yeah.
I will find hope when Jordan springs a trap so I win my bet.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
And I do think we'll still read these out. We'll share these with the group.
Yeah.
Jordan, do you have yours?
I do.
Okay.
I will find hope when I find somewhere to rest peacefully.
Alright. I will find hope when we come together to overcome what seems like certain peril.
Think about changing one word.
Foreshadowing. Or if this is just like a happy time.
I'm changing one word of mine.
It was
I will find hope in delivering something valuable.
The lights on the camera are freaking me out.
And
It's so
Kevin.
I will find hope when I find evidence or proof that I can overcome or survive.
Checks out.
That would make me more hopeful as well.
But then all the more painful.
I'm such. This is such a disaster.
Kevin, do you want to light those two over there? So, now we're going to write our brinks. And this was the one that I am involved in. So, we're going to write for the three of you. You'll write. I have not that last one. For the three of you, you'll write. I have seen you. Blank. I have seen you do something, and this. Let me see if there's just a good. A brink describes what a character is capable of. Rather than representing the character as they are, brinks are hidden traits which show what the character may have become when pushed to the edge of fear, hopelessness, and desperation. When everything else is burned away, a character's brink is their last dark refuge. And you will be passing this to your left. Lenny, you will write, I have seen them do something, and you will describe some trait about them. You can say, I've seen them go invisible, and you can say something like, I have seen them and they worship the soul of the moon. Mm-hmm. You can do anything you want. I will be writing, they have seen you, and I will be writing something that they have seen Nicholas do.
Nicholas.
Hey, what I do in the privacy of my own cubicle
Of their home.
is up to no one's business. Now, do we see these, or do they only get revealed later?
You see them, but you won't share them with the group.
I had mine in mind, what I was going to write for this one before I even knew that we were passing it. So we'll see. Or no.
So this is something that Javon has seen Tyler do, correct?
Javon.
Javon, not
That
Javon.
Tyler has seen Javon do.
Yeah.
I
have seen you do this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do we shuffle these?
No.
Oh boy. Oh no.
So, what you'll do, and you do get to look at them, you get to know what your brink is. Your brink will always be on the bottom. The other three you stack in whatever order you want. The only recommendation is that only one person should have their moment up at a time. The idea there is the narration should be similar to Heart, where you're trying to narrate towards these things happening. We'll try to narrate towards those moments, and it's easiest if just one person has a moment up at a time. Thank you.
So we play towards the card that's facing up, correct?
Hmm?
We play towards the card that's facing up.
What do you-
Never mind.
You'll make a stack, and whatever's on top is is the thing you can use in the game as a mechanic.
Got it.
And we can stack this over. Is that what you just asked?
Yeah, stack except
Yep.
the brink has
The
to be.
brink has to be on the bottom.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
I did.
Okay, interesting.
Are you proud of it?
Feel good about it.
Oh, I can stack them however I want. I was just shuffling.
Yeah.
I shuffled mine, but
Yeah, whatever. They're
I would
shuffled.
say someone should have their moment on top.
after shuffling, mine is not.
Mine is not.
Mine is not.
I will.
And I didn't shuffle, so
I
I'm not
found
doing
it.
it.
I found it.
Oh, yours on top.
Mine's on top.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Should they be face up? Does it matter?
It should be face up.
I can interpret this however I want, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I am definitely most fascinated in the Caleb exchange portion of of all of these. Very excited to know what that is when this is all said and done.
We'll see.
Just kidding, I'm a sociopath. I don't get excited. That's
Yeah,
not true.
that's
That's
fair.
not what that means.
Just think about this, bro. I don't want
Siobhan?
to hold it.
So, game begins. We're going to start by everyone's going to take the recorder and record their character saying something to the world that they want to live on.
They want to live on. What does that mean?
That we
You're
want
just-
to, like, where it's a time capsule.
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
Like, these are my last words, technically.
you know, mostly just a character introduction, just something your character would say. Just leave it recording. Hit record once you're ready to go, and just leave it recording, pass it around.
I know we haven't found anything so far, but we will. Just keep looking. We've got to find something. Keep going.
You stopped.
No, I said leave it recording.
It's okay. Start again.
Yeah,
Just
just
start-
do it again.
Oh, no problem. I know we haven't found anything yet, but we will. We have to. Keep looking, keep searching until and that's all we can do. Just keep going.
Day 37. Daniel Higginbottom's log. Soon we turn our efforts in another direction. Before long, I will be in control of this new world.
Just remember, even those pathetic enough not to protect themselves should be protected.
I've been to the Great Pyramids. I've been to South America. I've seen the things that humanity has done, how long we've survived. This is just a blip. This is the thing that thousands of years from now they'll dig up and find the things that we did to survive. I know it.
Excellent.
I thought Caleb was gonna do one. I'm like, oh god.
They did not.
Narrator, they did not survive.
All right. You're all in this lab. What at one point seemed to be a wonderful center of technology and innovation. A place where you all thought you would be discovering new ways to further humanity forward. But after the last several weeks, after the sun went out, after the stars were gone, the world has gotten smaller. It's been harder and harder to communicate. And you've been stuck at this lab. What used to seem like so much technology, so many resources, you feel like you're at the end of the rope. Not only that, but the generator is running out of steam, running out of gas. And you're not sure how much longer you can keep up here, but you need to figure out some way forward. Like I said before, there's professionals in your field bunkered down in a small lab off the main street. No answers yet, just more questions, infuriating questions. Maybe if you had one of them to examine, perhaps if you could get to the library one town over. There might be some answers there. Even up to the old observatory on the mountains. But you've learned all you can here.
Let's get things together. We gotta get going. There's nothing else to do here.
This is the third facility we're abandoning now.
There's nothing else here, Ty.
We've said it from the get-go. This was just another auxiliary lab. The main facility is one town over.
Just make sure we have the data and everything else that we can take with us. I mean, I know it's backlight, but
Just give me what you can't carry.
I was planning on it.
What would you all like to do?
Let's get bags. Let's get everything we can carry, but move fast.
Laptops, backups.
While everyone's gathering like travel supplies and that sort of stuff, I'm on whatever the lab computer is, getting the data onto several hard drives.
Okay.
I'm getting like both whatever technical lighting we can bring with us, so flashlights, whatever it looks like, and also just getting whatever makeshift torches have probably become like emergency sources at this point.
Sure.
With the way that things have been, and also with the fact where it's like, okay, I've been on a few Bush League digs where people didn't want me there, so I had to bring my own stuff. So I've rigged together some solutions. So just putting together.
Mechanics question.
I'm rolling.
At this okay, so obviously the thing has happened at this point.
Yeah.
Like, should I ask you questions about what we know about them? Do I ask my companions questions about it?
You can ask me. You can't during the story. You don't necessarily get to establish.
I'm not trying to establish.
Yeah.
I'm literally just trying to find out.
Yeah, right. I just mean like if you ask them, one
Right,
of you
yeah.
knows about it.
Fair. What do we know about the relative effectiveness of glow sticks, road flares, flashlights, genuine fire on a stick?
More light is better.
Okay.
So glow stick is okay, but less effective. Like factory level or like industrial level spotlight is excellent. Go for it.
Oh wow,
That's
2
See
6s.
you. 6.
What do my
And 3 1 or 2 1s.
2 ones. What do my what does my virtue let me do?
So you can incorporate your virtue, burn it away, and you'll be able to re-roll those 2 1s.
You
I have to burn it
Yeah.
Oh,
in
what?
Act 1.
Yeah.
These dice, we get the number of dice back according to
Candles.
right?
At the beginning of a scene, but for this scene, these
Yeah,
2
no,
1s
I'm
will be gone.
not
That's-
burning
yep.
this in turn 1, brother. That's just not
Sure.
happening. Okay,
It'd be
So-
ironic if I burned patience so early.
So,
I would agree.
what do you find?
Okay, so I look around within the lab. We have like long-term. I can't remember what the material is called, but basically we have like the chemical glow sticks that those go for a really long time.
Yeah.
I like to say we find I'm sure that people have grab these things in because you're probably not driving cars anymore because we're not able to sustain gas flow. I'm assuming stuff has fallen
Yeah.
apart in a lot of respects. So got road flares. We have duffel bags that make it really easy to carry a good amount of stuff without us keeping our hands free and
Sure.
without being hindered. And so aside from the lighting, also just lab has freeze dried food and stuff. So we have jerky, we have a few
MREs and stuff.
yeah, that kind of stuff, like MREs. And for my own purposes, because I've always known that having a good amount of rope is always nice. I just have wrapped around I end up wrapped around some nylon
There's
rope.
appropriate
Since
in
birth.
so many ways.
Yep.
Nylon rope. Wow.
Yeah.
What a luxury.
Yep.
It must have
Listen,
been.
This lab.
How much rope would you say that you've?
I mean, they come in coils of 50 feet.
Seems reasonable to me.
I would
Like, think about how short a 10-foot rope actually is.
It's pretty short.
It's pretty short. Just saying.
Oh, 10 feet of rope would actually be just way too short. Like
Also,
that.
Is it kosher, or should we not chime in? Like, because that was Lenny's role in narration. Should I?
No, just let him, and because you have the opportunity, if you want to go find something else, you can say, I'm going to go look for this.
Okay.
But
Can I find a gun?
you can find a gun.
I found a gun.
What
Thank
kind of
you.
gun?
I
I figured that's what you were.
Huh?
I assumed that's what you were wanting was.
That was what I was wanting.
Yeah.
It's
gun.
just
A
it's
gun?
just a
no.
revolver.
I said was like, oh yeah, we find like MREs or something.
Oh,
trying to
gotcha.
struggle.
That's fine.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
don't
well that helps my train of thought.
don't try to do it, but
Yeah. And then so yeah. It's a revolver that has we'll call it's a 6-shooter.
love it.
There is no extra ammo. It is a 6-shooter period. I've got 6 bullets.
Love it.
You didn't find that. I found that. I keep that as my little like tuck away.
Can I take his gun?
You can try.
Good
Well,
shit for your
let
own
me think through this for a second. So you're going to try to
I
take.
Look for well.
You're gonna use one of our dice rolls.
I'm a bully. This is. Give me the gun.
Are you in?
This is apparently for your own good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Altruistic
Would have been so great if you failed.
It would have been funny as hell.
Succeeded.
He had 1 6.
6.
You roll against him, right?
No.
Oh, these don't go to you yet.
Right.
Oh, it's when we
So-
go out.
so how- So you succeed in taking his gun.
I walk over as I'm tightening up some bags. I remember reading about some stupid scientists keeping a gun in a drawer for protection, and I look over and Javon is standing over it, looking at it. I'm just gonna walk over.
What's up?
You think you can handle that?
Yeah, for sure.
Just gonna reach for it.
Whatever. Just can you find something useful instead of something I've already found? I'll just storm off.
Just did.
Daniel, you're trying to offload some data.
I'm shoulder surfing.
Yes, I am. Downloading everything on the from the local server here onto a pair of hard drives. So there's 2 in case of failures. I've probably got like, $100,000 hyper secure briefcase with like incredible padding and stuff, just so it's nothing's gonna happen at least to these while we're traveling to the next facility.
Sure.
He's mirroring my own thoughts over here.
Go
And,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll for it.
That was so dangerous. I don't know why I was
Yeah,
the one
I
to pick up the
well
dice
you
there. Yeah.
you just also
There was a lot that went wrong there.
A pair of Unos.
You guys are making this rough for me, aren't
and
you?
yeah.
A single 6.
Single 6.
But many 5s.
All right.
Good liar's dice roll.
How does that work? What and you can even talk about what kind of data you might have found.
Probably there was probably some protocol in place in my, assuming that as the CEO we're going through my labs, that when networks started going down, that a bunch of more localized places started scraping, like, just different chunks of the internet and everything available and backing them up. And I have some, like, Uber hard drives that are just basically were the individual chunks that each of these stations pulled down were going through and pulling any mention of or anything of them, literally just any knowledge we have about them, and attempting to, parse that data, figure out if there's either a weakness or a way to coexist or anything like that.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So you find some data as these two find, as one of you two finds some supplies.
He just found some supplies.
One of us finds a bunch of supplies, the other takes part of those supplies.
Correct.
At the cost of -2 dice.
Nicholas.
In a similar vein to Yvonne, is that right? Javon. I am also going to be looking for supplies, but as far as just like, did you get bags for all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
I got like everybody, I tried to stock up everybody for like provisioning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's taken care of. I'm going to grab like some beef jerky that I have in my cubicle. The most important things I'm grabbing are the long wave communication device, like a sort of radio long range device that still sort of functions without satellites.
Okay.
Can't communicate super long distances, but it's how I've been communicating with the UN and keeping them updated since landlines aren't reliable anymore.
Okay.
I've got a few spare batteries that can be used to charge it or something else should the need arise, or to power it, not necessarily charge it. Some flashlight, and I think it's some sort of weapon, but I can't quite think what would be appropriate. Something like not a gun, but like a crowbar or something. Something heavy to swing around.
And I guess I should say, in the future you can just say like, I'm going to try to find stuff.
Oh.
And then, because we don't know if you find it yet.
Well, that's what I'm looking for, at least.
Sure. Go ahead and make a roll.
Go.
Wow, 2 6s.
Nice.
And a 1.
All right. So yeah, you find all of it. So you guys are suited up. You have your data downloaded, and
We're actually still waiting on the data. We'll leave when it's ready. Patience is a virtue.
We'll speed it up.
speed it up.
You know what else is it a virtue? I don't know. Or is it a proverb?
Or is it a
The
vice?
early bird gets the worm, so let's go before we get eaten.
You don't want them close in your tail.
As you're talking, you hear a window at the front of the lab shatter.
I point the gun in that direction.
You are not. So the lab is big enough, and you guys are kind of back where all the work happens. The shattering happened out in the front, kind of the lobby area. You don't have sight from here.
All right.
I knew I
Is
should
there-
have invested in bulletproof glass.
Is there a back way out?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you have a
Alright.
back like fire exit basically.
How long?
Can,
How long do we need?
Come on, 90 seconds.
Okay, let's close and bar the closest 2 doors, and let's just make a path out. Let's go.
Finally, a good idea. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Idiot.
So go ahead, Javon, and
you
roll to try to
watch your hands.
barricade.
Ooh. Use it.
We would have had another die if you wouldn't have taken my gun.
And
Okay,
we
but-
can't use cards on anyone else's rolls. Only
Yep.
I do not
we're gonna
barricade.
Alright.
end all of this. Everyone's gonna have all their cards stocked up.
Oh,
on potions.
what happens when we fail a roll? Like
Scene's
the-
over. So,
Oh.
and I will tell you how you fail to
Sick.
barricade the door.
But we got. But
Go ahead and put out one of the candles.
We
It's
choose.
gotta be this one. No, this
no.
no.
Look at that one.
Look, this
I
is just a
promise
pool.
you.
No,
No,
I-
Oh my god,
I-
stop
I
laughing.
think it's
Holy
this
shit,
one.
you guys. Calm
No.
down.
That one is just a pool.
So is this
So
one.
is that
Kevin
one.
knows. Kevin knows.
Can we move the
I've-
candle?
It's worked before. I just don't want to splash wax everywhere.
Oh, that's way too hot. Yeah, no, I thought about it.
Well, we win. We came with the candles out.
All right, hold on.
I've put out those candles. You can also remove it. I will say, licking your fingers and pinching it from the side,
Yeah.
not from the top.
All right, put it back in place.
All right.
You also could just cup around it.
True.
So, glass shattered. And you go and you start trying to barricade the doors, but as you do, you hear not a lot of noise from the other side, and as you've successfully barricaded the one side of the two doors leading into the lab from the main area, but from the other one, it opens and you see just an older woman peeking in and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize people were here. I'm Margaret." And she comes in and talks to you all. Decides to help. These things are true. The world is dark.
I go first.
Yeah, you failed it.
Brutal, dude.
You go as well. Okay.
And this is truths about the world or just about us?
Anything.
I am actually an expert at MMA.
Okay.
Some of the data is a lie.
Should we write these down?
No.
This is hard. I don't know what to say.
Neither did I. So I don't always protect myself.
I like it. Just that I had a second gun.
No. That's so lame.
Rookie mistake.
So lame. What I considered saying was that it was a gun full of blanks.
Yeah.
It's for threatening only.
I'll take the linear route and say I'm the fastest runner.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's pretty good.
That's so good.
I really love that one.
Every military on the planet has ceased to function in the wake of them.
We are hungry.
I can divine something about them, right?
Yeah, I thought that was the one off limits thing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you cannot make a truth about them.
But I think he can on his go around
Sure.
potentially or something.
Probably.
Turns out GM gets special privileges.
I know the quickest and, in terms of the relative world right now, safest path to get to our next destination.
Margaret has a cat named Peanut.
It's the lich.
Wherever we're going, the lights are still on.
And with the last truth.
And
We
we're
are
alive.
still alive.
And we are alive.
And we are alive.
We are alive.
Here-
3, 2, 1. We are alive.
We are alive.
Wait, we're alive.
Here I was sitting thinking, like trying to feel like, oh, I'm gonna have another good one, and forget.
We still draw breath, so I'm more verbose.
We are still really alive.
Very alive.
Truthfully, honestly, very so much alive.
We are the least not alive.
So you all are packed up, ready to go, and on your way to the next town. The lab was not on the main road, and you still thought it best to head out the back door. Something didn't feel right about going out the front after so much noise might have drawn attention. So you leave with your lights distributed and 4 backpacks among the 5 of you. The lab was set backed up against some woods, and so you all have a good amount of cover if you want to go through the woods, or you can go along the street. But either way, there's no light to be had out here. The street lamps have long since burnt out in the wake of the grid just sort of ceasing to function.
Did you say we're going to the next town?
Yeah, the next lab.
How far away is that?
It's not too bad.
Well, follow me. We'll get going.
No. I know the best way there. I've been there.
Fine.
We don't want to stay too close to these woods, though. We want to take 3rd, and then 3rd, then left on Franklin, then straight on Strumbly, and we should be able.
Are you asking me or telling
No,
me?
I'm
that's-
telling you.
You fooled me. Let's go.
Trust me, it's the fastest way, and it's the best way that we'll be able to see, so nothing can get a jump on us.
Just be careful.
So, as you all head out, you begin walking down the road, and for a long time, it's quiet. Much more quiet than you've ever experienced on these roads in the past. This is probably the furthest you've really walked since they came. Walked around some when the sun went out, but after they came, people didn't go out anymore. And as you're going, there's one area where there's actually you make your way through town pretty well, but at one point there's on the other side of town, on the outskirts of town, and on the other side that you get to, there's a house, and you can see just a faint candle in the top of the window, or in the top window of the house.
Hold on. Do you see that?
Yes, obviously it's the facade of the exterior of the lab that we're going to. That's. I'm just kidding. That doesn't need to be true.
Nah. It's a house because you're still in the same town. You're
Oh,
making your way through.
never mind. Sorry, I was thinking it was outside.
Yeah.
something.
What about it?
There's someone.
So, there's other people that are still alive. It's not just us 4, 5. Sorry, Margaret.
Maybe they'll buy us more time to get away.
How many times have we seen people with lights on in their home?
That is an excellent actual question.
Not very often.
Just
A lot of people have sort of huddled together in gymnasiums, rec centers, that sort of thing. Everyone can kind of share single sources of light, and times like this, everyone likes to group together.
just seems a lot more like a trap.
Yeah. So why would we go? The other thing is, if we go in there, you're just as likely to spook someone and get shot.
I'm saying be careful when we walk by him.
You hear Peanut start to growl, and Margaret just kind of shushes him, just like, no, it's
Oh, she has a dog with her.
no cat.
Oh, it's a cat.
Cat named Peanut.
Oh, I thought it was a dog.
Can I make a perception check to see what the cat was
Insight.
growling at?
Cat named Peanut, dog named Pickle.
But actually, I would like to look for whatever the cat was growling at.
Yeah, you can look for it.
Do we change our card now that the scene's over?
No.
By the way?
No.
It's not until you burn it. Nice.
I failed
Failed.
with 1-1.
And you have your moment, not a vice or
Correct.
virtue.
Yeah.
So
The scene ends.
the scene ends.
Wow.
On the first roll.
You leave your moment on top, though.
Did you take that down?
No, I did not take it back.
Where's the, you flipped it. Oh, there you. Where was the traitor?
I did. Oh, that one.
Thanks.
Do we blow a candle out?
That probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess they're about the same.
Either of those two, yeah.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, dude.
Jordan.
Get
What in the
closer,
world?
man.
Or you do it.
I'm
It's
going
hot.
to.
Alright, there you go. Good work.
We have our expert candle blower outer.
Also, that's so cool looking.
It is very cool.
As our life flickers out.
I fail with 9 dice.
I
So-
don't know, because
oh,
you stole my gun.
so
That's
Peanut's actually growling at just a stray dog that comes up behind you, but it gets pretty aggressive. Seems like it too is hungry and starts running at you. And Nicholas is gone. And Daniel is probably close behind him. Tyler and Javon, you both turn, and Tyler, to your surprise, Javon helps make handy work of this dog as you two sort of pummel it. Margaret is running away a bit, but she's a bit slower than Nicholas. She's just seems to be limping a little bit when she needs to actually run. Hasn't really held you up so far, but at a full sprint, she doesn't seem to be running quite at the same pace. You guys make handy work of the dog, but not without coming away with a few scratches, and certainly not without raising a little bit of attention. There's a lot of barking, a lot of commotion going on, and you all decide to continue booking it as quick as you can out of town. These things are true. The world is dark.
Oh God!
we are hunted by more than them.
Great.
Nick has been a family friend for as long as I can remember.
none of the trees have leaves on them. And it's summer.
Is that where we've been? Where we've been as well, or is it where? Okay. There was a team waiting for us to rendezvous with the next town, but they're already dead.
The lab we're going to still has the lights on, but security cameras indicate that there's no one inside.
It doesn't rain anymore.
I got one more.
Mm-hmm.
There's an explosion at the lab that we came from.
And we
And
are alive.
We are alive. That's the last one.
We are alive.
And we laugh. Welcome to
Not
the one-time
accidentally
initiative
killing your
place
character.
Like knock the table then.
So as you leave town, you're out more in the countryside, the roads between the towns. All the cover that you hoped for from the trees, at least, is lessened a little bit by the fact that all the leaves have come down. The leaves you see, they're not even still green, they're completely brown. Like they've been dead for months. But this has only been going on for a few weeks. As you leave, you continue on. There's some hills and a couple rocky cliff faces that edge up against the road here and there. It also starts hitting you just how cold it is with the sun being gone, even in the middle of summer. Something about it feels chilly.
Well, the good news is, if something does find us out here, all of these leaves will be highly combustible, assuming they're all like dried out like they're dead leaves.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is explosive back at the lab? Do they have munitions? Like, what is going on?
I'm sure. You leave enough chemicals together, and sure it'll all blow up eventually.
Is Margaret still with us?
Yeah, she's trailing behind, but she's coming along.
Margaret, who the hell are you?
I was a school teacher before everything went down.
You didn't evacuate.
schools didn't-
Oh.
The schools didn't last very long, and everyone's been holding up at the rec center back in town, but things have started going sour there. Resources starting to go short, and people starting to hoard food. And I wasn't sure that it was any safer there than it was out on my own. I thought maybe the lab would still have some supplies, and wanted to come along.
Might be the dumbest plan I've ever heard.
We should have evacuated earlier with everybody else.
But you're lucky you found this.
I agree, especially since you have a limp.
I'd say so. Her limp's not really bad as she's walking, but
I
she's
saw her run.
yeah. I tore my ACL a year back, and it just never quite healed the way it should have.
So this house. Are we past the house? Correct.
Yeah. You're past the house, out of town, on the road between. As you go, you hear some rustling among the tree branches.
This isn't a great time to use it, but I crack a road flare and chuck it.
Sure. So as you do, you see.
Into the field of dry leaves.
Yeah. So you throw
I
it.
didn't say I thought it out. I said I cracked it. and
Hey,
throw
they don't
it.
like light, right?
Yep.
And as it hits, it eventually hits a tree and lands in the pile of leaves. It starts sparking very quickly and goes some immediate illumination. And as it does, you see just some faint shadows along the edges of it that seem to scurry away out of the view of the light. And as it is there, the leaves start catching on fire and slowly starts to spread.
The path is lit.
And a pretty big fire starts up.
That'll draw attention.
The shadows you see a couple more times as it spreads, but they seem to retreat pretty quickly.
Let's try and minimize the use of our light sources that we have while we have this ration our light. It's our most valuable thing.
We should try and keep the fire right behind us.
Sure.
Keep moving.
Let's go.
As you do, you start to hear a thrumming from overhead, but nothing that you can see. Just starts buzzing and vibrating. Can't really tell how far away it might be without having any idea of what its source is.
Can I shine my lamp at it, trying to illuminate it?
You can. You don't see anything. Assuming you keep going, is there
Marching order?
If there is a along the way, I don't know how far the actual distance between the two towns is, but along the way, if there's a gas station, definitely want to. Always a great idea in any horror scene is to check out the gas station where
Yeah.
somebody gets jumped and killed. But it's a great pit stop for supplies.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You can.
Michael Myers is just there, like, you seeing this shit?
I mean, this is the road between two towns. There's definitely a gas station along the way that you go along. You find one, we'll say halfway between the two towns that you are used to stopping at. You don't see. You would actually see a fluorescent light on inside, like the top of a cooler or something. Very, what you're used to seeing in a gas station that is otherwise completely dead. You do see a car out back, a little old Honda Tempo that's more rust than paint at this point, but sitting out back by the ice cooler that's at the back of the gas station.
You guys can go and break this place down. I'll keep an eye out on the front door.
You head in, you're the one that's an expert in security.
So I was going to secure the.
We should wait and see if anyone is inside.
Do you think there's food in there?
Probably not.
But it's worth checking.
Does it seem like there's any gas left?
You go up to the hose and you fiddle with the machine, but it doesn't look like there's any power.
Can I look in the gas station through the windows, try to see if there's anyone in there?
Yeah. Go ahead and take a look. See what you see.
Oh,
This is a bonus
way to roll.
2 6s.
And 2 1s more critical.
Go ahead.
Come around the front, around the corner of the building as the rest of the group stays about 20 feet back, and I just crank my head around. Looking inside, there's mostly sparse shelves and a really bad smell. A set of clothes with something in it doesn't resemble much of humanity, but seem to be reaching for something on a shelf. But no one is alive in the gas station.
Okay. So you all approach.
Can you get us in?
Just kick the doors in.
You kick, but the doors are harder than you expect. Looks like however small and remote the gas station might seem, seems like crime might not have been an unheard of thing to them. So you give it a good kick, and the door doesn't seem to budge.
It's empty, but one of you geniuses try to figure out how to get this open.
I mean, wouldn't be my first time breaking into something abandoned.
But the door's
I mean,
collapsed.
exploring something abandoned.
It's just archaeology.
Nicholas, don't you have a... Give me that crowbar. I will...
Yeah, sure.
I guess it'll be me. I don't know. I will try and use the crowbar to take the door basically off the hinges, I guess.
I'll hold the
Is
suitcase.
it a glass door?
While you're doing
Mhm.
It is a glass door.
Wait, oh, okay.
So it could be easier for it.
That's fair. Allow me.
Well, so really,
Disaster.
you'll try to get in to the
Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
to the place. Go ahead
Break
and
the D&D habit of, like,
Yeah.
describing how I
you
want
have
to try
to
to
you
do it.
you need to give me like a specific set. You can just be like, I'm gonna try to do this thing. Go ahead and roll.
Get it. That's
A pair of sixes and no ones.
You
Nice.
champ.
huge.
Nice.
We're gonna be at this gas station for 4 levels. I never rolled once.
Yeah, pretty much just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna take the crowbar and just shatter the glass of one of the doors.
Sure. Yeah. It seems like the sharp impact of the crowbar is what the glass needed. Doors break, and you're able to get access inside. And what Tyler smelled as he was scoping out the place is now incredibly pungent. The smell just pours out, and you get this reek of decay and filth from inside. As she smells it, Margaret just steps back and says, I'll wait out here with Peanut.
Very well.
Must not be that hungry.
We'll see if we can find some food. Just keep an eye out on the shadows.
Yeah, of course.
If something attacks you, scream. I follow him in the door.
We've lit a fire. We've made a lot of noise. Let's make this quick and be on our way before.
So the fire is actually not kept up with you.
I
up
know,
to this
but we
point.
still made
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah,
it still
yeah.
is a beacon in the dark.
Yep. Absolutely.
Nicholas, see if you can find any food. Or Javon.
I'm gonna make a move for behind the counter, and
see if there's anything they had like useful. Assuming, was that where you saw the dead body?
I saw it like near the refrigerators around the corner, like reaching for an end cap, like reaching for food.
I'm gonna go behind the counter, look for if this is like a gas station where they kept like a shotgun behind the counter or something, defend themselves.
Sure.
I'm looking for something behind the counter. The end.
Go ahead and roll.
1-6.
No ones.
No sixes.
Okay. I hop behind the counter, and you can cut me off in terms of whatever I start listing what I find. But I'm gonna find basically there's a shotgun back there.
Mhm.
It seems like it's old. It's not like it's not a combat shotgun. This is like some guy's granddad was like, hey, take this and you can keep it in the store.
Sure.
It's like, okay. So, you got that back there. And also, there's just like a few like random odds and ends. I found like a few lighters, like a couple packs of like cigarettes back there too that I snagged just as something else that can burn, even if just a little bit. What was surprising is I find like one of those like little tactical flashlights.
Okay. Nice.
That's it.
Yeah. So, and as you're going through everything, it just seems like the smell that was in here doesn't seem to really fade away. It sort of sticks with you.
I'd like to investigate that car, both what's in it and see if it's drivable.
Okay.
Is it possible the cars are drivable still, or is it?
Yeah, it could be. You can.
We'll
Do
find out.
you want to? So we'll say you're like trying to get the car to start even.
Yeah. Well, I was also looking for stuff in it, but we'll see. But
That's fine.
That might be too much of an ask for one thing.
The car.
That's fine.
The car.
I interact with the car.
Well,
R.I.P. Do it.
I can do this.
Do it.
Do it for sure.
Do it.
I would have burnt mine.
Add a block.
I'm going to go on a. Well, there's only one negative roll, isn't there?
Yep. Do it. Ship it. 1 and 6. Believe.
Uh,
Dungeon dice monsters. Come on.
Part of the cards.
1 and
Do it.
6. All right, fine. I'm just gonna go on a rant, talking to Nicholas, even though he's not there.
You are not.
You are.
Or I'm sorry, I had this backwards.
Damn.
Tyler.
Already burned it. That's cool.
Look for food. No, what's most important right now is that we have a way to get out here if things go fucking terrible. Anything to defend ourselves, anything to get us moving instead of just dilly-dallying around everywhere and trying to figure out what little scraps we can find instead of getting our asses in gear and moving on. And so I'll just keep like repeating and reiterating myself. Does it matter if I burn first or?
Yeah. So you burn it, and then you don't actually have to like say how it's helping beforehand. You just burn it, and then depending on how it succeeds or fails, it has to tie into the narration.
That's so spooky.
Actually, where I was going to blow out of candles, I dropped it in there.
I'd have held it and let it burn a little bit. Should be fine.
We're good. We're good. It's gone.
It's
gone.
not going. I should.
Another one.
All right. So go ahead and put out another candle.
I'll wait for Lenny to. Which one were we thinking next?
These they're all water.
That
This-
that one
This one.
was with the first 3. And you're probably good now. He said before being brought.
Come on.
It'll be good.
Future flight
Yeah.
papers will.
Yeah. Really, as
finish
long as the
up.
word's gone, I think it's good enough. So you start telling.
Oh wait,
That's alright. Wax will just come off.
it's not wax. I thought it was.
Yeah, we can even maybe use like coasters to make sure the bottoms of the candles don't get too hot or something.
It'll be fine. He said confidently, probably.
So, you as you investigate the car, you start muttering to yourself about how, no, that's not the right way to do this. This is I need to do this. I need to turn this way. And Margaret comes up and sort of looks at what you're doing and says, do you need a hand? And you start explaining to her what you're trying to do. You tell her that she's not really that helpful right now, that you know what you're doing and that she doesn't know what she's doing, and that if she would just like leave you alone to focus on the matter, that you would have a better chance of doing this than she does at the moment. And as you're doing this, you hear a skittering around you. You hear branches starting to crack and break in the nearby forest, and you hear leaves shuffling. Your light flickers out for a second, and you hit it on your leg, and it clicks back on, and you shine it up into the forest. You don't see anything. But then you keep hearing noises, and finally you shine it upward, and dangling from a tree you see a humanoid figure just hanging there from a branch. Waves at you before dropping to the ground. And that's all you need to see to get everyone to hightail it out of there. So you're off again with the things you found at the gas station, but needing to leave before you were able to really do much else. These things are true. The world is dark.
Without the moon and the sun, it's been cold and it's been quiet. Not a lot of wind. But as we move to the next town, it gets warmer than it's been since the darkness came. And the wind picks up, sort of blowing from our front, like sort of like the feeling before a summer storm.
Tyler technically works for me.
The road ahead is not safe.
Margaret forgot Peanut at the gas station.
The thrumming noise has stayed the same volume this whole time since the fire started.
And we are still alive?
No.
One
You
more?
get one more. There's 7.
There are 7. Well, shit, I wasn't expecting that, and I don't have anything ready.
probably can.
It can't. It's about them.
Oh.
Um, can I pass?
You can ask someone else for one.
Anyone else got something? It doesn't screw somebody else over.
It won't screw anybody over.
Rip Peanut.
Tyler looks like a particularly good meal.
I mean,
What a snack.
Got that dong.
Excuse me?
Not for me.
aren't you a hot side of beef?
I suppose.
You said you were stacked.
I am stacked. I have some.
Like a double stack?
Some man meat. That's what it would agriculturally be called if it was cultivated.
Well, what
Is that why we call it cow meat?
Yeah. It's beef. Cow beef.
Cow beef.
Anyway,
Cow tongue.
But, I mean, Stefan gets to decide.
yes.
Oh.
They're getting closer.
Yeah, they are. The smoke from the fire is blowing up, catching up to us and making it hard to see.
Something complicated.
And
And we are still
We
alive.
are still alive.
you all are approaching the new town. This one is considerably bigger than the one you were coming from. The one you were coming from was set, a little more remotely. It's not quite an observatory, but you get a little less light pollution, a little more access to the sky. This one was very polluted with light. You miss those days. Now the taller buildings, especially as you look to the downtown area, just serve to loom over you and create the feeling that you're being watched. Margaret is upset that she left Peanut. Every so often you think you hear her still talking to Peanut. She's having a bad time. You're still hungry. You brought some beef jerky and some MREs. And you can start to eat those if you want, but usually you don't want to eat an MRE without, taking a seat, eating it. And
Fire the move, yeah.
so far you've continued to run. You approach the city.
What are we looking for here?
They've caught up to us faster than I thought, so I'm looking to get away from whatever this thrumming sound is. Not that we can see a damn thing.
What? You said another lab is here. That's the whole reason we left the last place.
It's underground, downtown, underneath several of the skyscrapers there.
He's right.
Better be.
Or what?
Left the cat for this.
You go back for it.
It's okay, Mr. Peanut.
Don't tempt me.
Maybe Mr. Peanut's buying us some time.
Yeah, I'm sure
What?
he's holding back the whole horde.
Oh, he's a survivor. Peanut is. He's a survivor.
And that's why they're chasing him.
Just picturing this cat escape montage.
I could see it happen.
Oh,
You had 6 truths to establish about that cat escaping.
well, the cat's
The cat wasn't in peril when I had my one and only truth, is all I'm saying.
Stefan could have saved the cat.
Stefan thought long and hard about something else he was saying.
No one said the cat had to die.
No. I don't
Somebody
want to
said
say
it's
that.
But you could have said that the cat was alive.
Well, for now.
We still can. Next set of truth.
Quick fail.
Quick, blow out one intentionally.
Is there?
She's not coming with us, right? You need to drop her off somewhere.
If that's what she wants.
Yeah, I just need somewhere safe to go. Somewhere where everyone isn't starting to attack each other.
Like to look for like signs that would lead to a sanctuary. Or like Walking Dead, like painted signs.
Yeah, you can look around for some refuge.
2 6s.
No 6s. And I will let you use your moment with this.
I'll head up and paint it on the side of a school bus that's fallen over. Or I guess on the top of a school bus that's fallen over, facing inside of this larger street that's heading in. It just says the Miller Building lobby. We're surviving. As we head that direction, make our way in, there's sounds of fighting, screams, gunshots ringing out across the city that kind of echo off skyscrapers, but the Miller Building is close. It's a tall, brown, 14-story structure. As we approach 2 large wooden doors, we see a pair of guards holding, one's a rifle and one's a bow. Okay. Just gonna stop us for a moment.
They question you about yourselves a little bit, but quickly realize that you're just people surviving, looking to help. They let you in, and so I should have had you sort of like announce that you are like doing your moment at the beginning of this, and then so either way you burn the note card, but with a success you will gain your hope die.
Beautiful. That was what I was hoping to do. And as they let us in, we'll notice that there's a group of children, about school age, and gathered around families that are in need of someone to help them understand how the world was.
Yeah, Margaret will go over and very excitedly start interacting with the kids and helping them. She seems to come a little more into herself in that moment. The horror that she was getting after, especially in the just a few hours after realizing that Peanut was gone, came to find out that it wasn't even her cat from before everything went down. She just found it at the rec center that she had been staying at. She just needed to be able to care for something, and she has that. But you all, if you would like, you sit and eat some MRE. It's one of those nice fancy ones where you just add a little water and it heats itself up, and you enjoy a fine meal. It's a meal that's been canned for 3 years.
But
Mine's like a caviar MRE.
Yeah.
Simple, like super rich, swanky bullshit.
M Caviari.
Chef Caviar.
While we're here,
Yeah.
assuming this sort of seems like a semi-established settlement,
Sure.
I sort of want to seek out whoever seems to be in charge, or whoever leads any sort of expeditions outside, and I want to learn what they know about them.
Yeah. Go ahead.
2 6s and a 1.
A6, so you succeed and you can tell us how.
So I'm allowed to.
Um,
I'm still good with you because I'm literally just asking.
so
to
you
learn.
tell me up to the point of the guy, 'cause you have to go find the guy, you have to convince him to talk to you, and so you narrate up to the point where he gives you the information,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what information he gives you.
Okay. I will. Whatever guard sort of escorts us into the place, I will basically request to, speak to the captain or whoever is in charge, and they lead me further into the building. Maybe it's one floor up, who knows, wherever it is. Or I guess I do. Yeah, sure. It's on the second floor, and there is a woman in charge. Named
Hillary.
Margaret.
Wait, what'd you?
Sorry. There's a woman in charge named Loretta, and she is basically overseeing this whole settlement, and has people living in different floors of this basically defunct abandoned office building, so probably like the first 5 or 6 floors just have people and families living there, basically I introduce myself, and it's like some Tony Stark coming up and introducing himself, so she knows who I am, and I basically make a plea for whatever information she and her people have gathered since they appeared, as I'm basically on a fact-finding mission to evaluate the threat.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, it's good to meet you, Daniel. I wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm afraid I don't have a whole lot to tell you. I've heard plenty of stories. I've heard people say that they're demons, that they come up from the ground in great gouts of fire. I've heard them say that they're aliens, that they come down from the sky in pitch black UFOs. I hear them say that they're like giant worms that just pop out of your mouth like in the scene from Alien. I hear a lot of things. I haven't seen a whole lot myself. Try to stay here and take care of people as best I can. I know that there were people working at the lab. It's in the middle of town there. I heard that they had found actual evidence, actual information about him. But none of that's really leaked out. For all I know, that's just as much a rumor as anything else.
We're not with him, right?
There might be more, but what would the rest of you like to do?
I'm getting really anxious.
Same.
Staying in this, like,
So there is a good amount of light once the doors open. There's a fair amount of light that's on in the building. The electricity seems to be working somewhat.
I'm just gonna, while I'm waiting for, I'm assuming I caught wind of the fact that Dan was gonna go ask some questions. I kinda, while I'm waiting, oh, I definitely call you Dan.
I'm sure you do.
Well, the same with me calling him Ty.
Yeah.
So while he's doing that, I'm like kind of nervous, kind of restless. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna see if there's anybody that's like kind of sticking. So it's light in here for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anybody who's like sticking to the shadows at all. Just like being weird.
Yeah. Go ahead. Make a roll to find them. See if you find anyone.
I want to.
Ooh.
I'm burning.
Oh, wow.
I'm burning to save the 2 ones. I have 2 6s.
Okay. I don't have any.
What was your...
Decisive.
Mm.
As in I'm decisively burning this.
Metagaming.
Oh, the virtue and growth.
The flame goes up.
It's still gonna curl.
Are you sure?
I'm sure the paper will curl regardless.
Sure.
He's very decisive about it, so...
Be decisive about burning your hand.
I'm gonna drop it. You're not gonna wait until it gets to my fingers.
Trying to bully you a little bit.
Go ahead and roll the ones.
Save the one.
Nice.
Save them. They're twos. Wow. It's a save.
Great weapon, mister.
Is the table looking okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So the way this is gonna look like, I'm kind of like, I'm looking around with purpose, and then just seeing the way that people are huddling, I'm gonna just deduce and just be like, it's definitely this way. Like if there's anywhere that there's like a blind spot, we'll say, because I'm kind of like evaluating the space, making sure that like it's like okay, everybody is like safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like just turn and beeline to like where I hear the least like muttering of conversation and whatnot, and
Yeah.
like, head straight there.
Okay. What do you find?
I find
With my little eye.
there's just one dude that's kind of like hanging out, like not in the dark, but like he's just hanging out away from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna like squat down to like get a good look at him. And he's gonna like kind of like shell shocked a little bit. Just squat down to be on his level. Did you see them? Have you seen them?
He looks up at you, and he like looks into your eyes. Yeah. I saw him.
You know what they do?
Hell if I know what they do. I saw. I don't know what they do.
Was it here? In town? Or are you from somewhere else?
Yeah. I'm from Easton, but it was here. It was there in Easton too.
the center? Outskirts of town?
On the outskirts.
Okay.
But I think they're everywhere.
I think so too. Shit. Don't you have anybody else here?
Not after I saw him.
I'll just pop down a few feet away from him and just like sit for a little bit. I'll just like offer over some jerky to him as our go-to. Just offer over him a little bit of jerky.
He takes it, but he just holds it.
Seems like you're safe here at least. For now.
It's quieter here.
Pass to anybody else. That was all. That was what I wanted to do while waiting.
Going to try and pull out my my big long radio transmitter and
Just whips it out in the middle of a bunch of school children.
right in the middle where everyone can see it. I'll find like if I can find like a side room, like a closet or something even to just. God damn it!
Sorry, it was established. That it got funny.
Phrasing.
It's a 14-story building. You can just go to the top.
But I don't want to be that far from the ground in case something goes sideways.
Like
building.
building?
And try and communicate with HQ or
Sure.
anyone else.
Phrasing.
Go ahead.
Goes sideways. Big money.
No sixes, no ones.
Nice. No sixes.
All right.
Thanks for being bad at rolling sixes, Gil.
Yeah, no problem.
That'll change. Don't worry.
It's alright. He has guaranteed 9 opportunities.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're getting there.
I'm going to, get in touch with them and ask information about just what's going on around us and the path ahead of us. And
So you get to say the scene.
oh,
Yeah,
So-
you're given the narrative.
You don't get to ask
right,
me. Yeah,
right, yeah. So I ask them, and they tell me that they can't speak too much around its surroundings, but the lab we're heading to is they've lost all contact, but based on the surveillance, it seems quiet, which we kind of already established, but we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
The team there may have discovered something, but as an emergency backup plan, they've added on the roof of the building, or at least something that has access to the open sky, a sort of device that you can attach something to, and it will take it up in the air and bring it to HQ. Something that we can, to extract the data that we have.
Sure.
And see, let me know where it is, so that hopefully we can make use of that.
The like helipad kind of. You said a place where they could like get in.
Well, a place where the device is stored. That it's like a drone, yeah, with it's like a balloon, but with some self-propelled nature within GPS that can kind of like go in a direction, except not GPS, because that turned down.
It's just a homing pigeon.
Basically.
Magnets.
I keep forgetting.
Some technology.
One really strong positive magnet is sitting there, and this just has a minus.
And they're at the
and
North
it's-
Pole.
Tony Stark's hot air balloon.
You're talking to Santa Claus.
But they urge us to make our way there as quickly as possible because the data is of the utmost importance.
Sure.
That's they give me some other information, but it's not particularly relevant.
Okay.
Who's next?
supplies.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Make
is
the roll.
where we fail. They're gonna be out because of Jordan. Sorry, because of Ty.
No sixes.
Same with Ty.
Alright.
Burn it.
So Vice is getting burned.
Yes.
Did you roll your hope die?
Oh. 4.
Help me, hope you want.
The Vice is gone.
I like it.
I roll it, yay man.
Big money.
No. I kill myself. For the food cabinet.
Do I lose
Go
my
ahead.
hope die for
Nope.
that?
Nope.
Okay.
Just if you fail your brink roll.
So I.
Nope.
Good point.
Give me that. This is the actual fail die.
They're all shuffled up. I think it was this one, which is now all one. So you go looking for their food supply, and you find them. They are heavily guarded, but you see the person who is in charge of them, and you say, "We need food." And they explain to you that there's a system in place. Everyone gets their allotted amount every day, and they're happy to give you your portion, but it's only for the people that are actually staying here. And so as long as you can show them that you're staying here in residence, they will give you your allotted portion of food. And that is not good enough because you're important and you have important people with you, and so you start, stepping up close to them, and even though you're about a head shorter than them, you're still intimidating, and they sort of push back against you and say, "No, like we're not. I can't just give you any food," and it sort of escalates where you end up pushing them into the cabinets behind them, and they sort of hit them and end up slipping on the floor and hitting the ground and banging their head on the like edge of the cabinet, and you see a little bit of blood, and someone out in the hallway calls out, says there's been a fight. The one of the new guys is trying to steal all the food. And very quickly, security comes to try to get you guys to leave. Did you already put a candle out?
Yes.
These things are true. The world is dark.
My arm is broken by security.
There was another person sitting in the darkness.
The buzzing was quieter when you... The thrumming, rather, was quieter when you went inside.
The suitcase is wired to explode if the correct pin isn't entered, and only I know it. And my superiors.
It's my suitcase.
And I'm the guy who delivers it.
What'd you do?
I gave his
He
case.
hijacked my suitcase is what he did.
The suitcase is a bomb now.
Well, yeah, I jacked my gun, so I know how you feel.
Should have found a different gun, dude.
Get
I
hit,
had my eye
get
on
hit
that.
get hit by the truths.
You know what? Peanuts scratched the shit out of you and it's getting infected.
Okay.
And And we are alive.
We are
No,
alive.
not
Yes.
yet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Six.
Yeah.
that's not. That's a. And we are alive.
That's the sixth.
You're dead.
No, no,
I was
that's
doing the countdown
Oh,
for
we
us
are
to say it
alive.
at the same time.
We are alive.
He
Matt.
said we were supposed to say it at the same time.
I thought you were counting down the candles.
candles. Yeah.
That would have
So-
been very.
We were on the same page.
Yeah.
Stefan was with me.
We are alive.
I said it.
3, 2, 1. We are alive.
We deserve a candle
We are
for all that
alive.
nonsense. I'll blow a candle for us. Goddamn.
It's fine. Eventually they'll go out.
Yeah.
Accelerate the game state. And they never reached the lab.
This is, I sacrificed my life points to summon
They've-
Blue Eyes Wood Dragon.
Tribute summon your arm.
Yeah.
Attribute some of his arm.
Yeah.
I tribute some.
Get
10
the
pounds of
infected one.
fat.
Yeah.
Darn, what a loss.
All right. So security after it took 3 guys, but they eventually brought Tyler down. Javon saw it happening and let it happen. But you all, the rest of you are encouraged to leave with your friend. Except for Margaret is happily allowed to stay. She apologizes again for Peanut scratching Nicholas when he was scared.
It's fine. Just think it's infected.
While they were running away, Peanut actually grabbed on because Peanut saw that he was running so fast. He was
Yeah.
like, all right.
He's the fastest. Get him.
Just a
He's
classic,
still
classic
with us, just
Yormik riding
yankering him
Nero.
from inside the hat.
You're riding the Eros.
Iconic.
Yeah, it is actually.
And yeah, so the rest of you leave, and again, once now that you're out and walking around the city, you feel eyes on you. And what was strange is when you opened the door, the thrumming didn't come back right away, but as you leave, the respite of the Miller house. Is that what you called it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. There's my friend back home actually had an Airbnb called the Miller House,
I've been Zach, yeah.
Spooky.
and it slowly comes back. You feel the pressure of it on you here, and you feel like there are maybe eyes on you. But you make your way towards the lab.
It's like phasmophobia all over again. I don't like it. I got in contact with HQ. They have a device in place at our next place where we can. Can you get one of those for me too? I freaking think this is.
You're gonna compare that to this.
Yeah. Yours is, I could die for mine. Yours is just an inconvenience for now.
It's just like compound fracture, dude.
I didn't say it was a compound fracture.
Just a flesh wound.
But I'd like to get the data we have as well as the data at the next location out of here, just in case.
Fine. Just get. You said you knew where this was. Let's get there.
Yvonne was one that thought knew the way.
Yeah, I got it. Let's keep going. That place is giving me the creeps, anyways.
Sure. Go ahead and roll just as you make your way to the entrance to the lab.
Big money. Big money.
That's a 6.
1 6.
2 sixes.
Oh, get a first.
Burn my.
Activated his track.
I rolled like really well.
Yeah, that's a great fireball roll.
Yeah.
Great fireball roll. I would
So
kill for that.
you
So
you
it's 2d6 short.
go and make your way to the lab. You find the entrance successfully, but it seems to be locked. the building to get to the lab is not necessarily. It's owned by and used by many different companies, many different organizations. The lab doesn't have its own dedicated entrance. It's not really advertised. And as you've made your way over here, someone is following you. You don't see them, but they're there. All you have to go off of is just a couple extra footsteps here and there that don't quite match up with the rest of the group.
You were supposed to stay behind.
I turn around and I fire the gun behind us.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to see if you you're trying to just fire
Oh, I was
like a
I was thinking since he beat you that it was in scene thing. That's
no, you still succeed. You find the lab. I
I'm
just get
gonna
to say how.
guess at where, like, take a best guess.
Just yeah.
Hit something.
Okay, so but you are actually trying to like hit
Yeah,
whatever's
whatever
following
it
you.
is.
Cool.
100%.
1-6.
Well,
Six
your
with
thing. Right?
Yeah.
Altruistically shooting a guy?
Hope
No,
die.
Hope
not
die.
Hope
that.
die.
Yeah,
Oh, hope die.
But
Because you
also-
hope he dies.
But all,
It's with your pencils.
it's right between you. So you pick 2 dark and die.
3.
You suck.
So you guys tied on 6s.
Burn it. Save our die.
So
What's wrong
who
with you?
narrates?
So you got 1-6.
Yeah.
So I got 1-6. So I get.
Yep, ties go to you.
So you turn around and fire. And I kind of so you have the pistol, right?
Yep.
So you turn, and I kind of imagine you even have like a little flashlight or something on top. You turn, and like you catch it in the light, and you fire, and as soon as the light hits it, it just shrieks and like turns, and then the bullet catches it like just dead center in the chest, and it runs off.
Yeah.
It's the same one that was in the tree.
And it looked like the glimpse you saw before it ran off behind a building around a corner. Looked like a man just in a baseball jersey with a hat and some
Shot.
and cargo shorts.
Yeah, no, this is lining up.
Yeah, you can tell.
What was it? What'd you see?
I knew it. It was the Yankees all along.
It was one of them. Whatever it was. It won't bother us anymore. We should.
He says confidently after it ran away after being shot.
Yep. We should get inside.
Absolutely.
What did it look like?
They look like people, but
Yeah, they're just different.
they don't move right.
Yeah. What did you say they looked like again?
They look.
What is it?
Like
You just saw one.
yeah, it looked like what he said.
He didn't say.
He said earlier what they looked like.
Said I saw one. And I'm saying now what I saw.
I don't know how we're narrating the in between times, but like if you saw one, I'm definitely asking about that. Sorry, I don't know.
I mean, no,
It-
it's
I
fair.
kind
it
of just
didn't-
figured some amount of it.
it
was
It
shared
didn't come up.
information.
So far you
Didn't ask about it, I guess.
you haven't found out about it.
Okay.
What did it look like?
What did it look like?
It looked like it looked like a person made out of shadows, and it looked like something that needed to be dealt with. All right.
I only saw it briefly and then I ran. It looked like a person, but not. That's about all I got out of it. It was hanging from a treetop like some sort of monkey or something. But I don't know. People don't climb trees like that.
We need to get inside.
Absolutely.
Some of us, you know.
His nose his tail's gonna get us killed.
There's still
I'm gonna get us in quickly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
big money.
No sixes.
A pair of ones, but
Burn
one
it.
6.
Burn it.
Burn for sure, dude.
Quickly patient.
He's quickly mentioned.
I mean, it's taken me this long to burn any amount of cards, so that felt a little like a flavor win.
Tilt it. Hold it upside down.
Twist it.
Hold upside
Pop
down.
it.
Just let him.
Put that thing
Flick it.
down, flip it, and reverse it.
Pop it.
Start this corner too while we're at it.
Oh my gosh, you are playing with fire.
Literally.
Do I get advantage for that? Or?
Yeah, you get to roll your hope die.
Oh, sick. Hope live.
Extra 6 and not a 1.
Nice.
So save 2 dice.
There you go. There you go. All right. How do you get in?
Patiently.
So the funny part is, before I pettily got his arm infected by a cat, I was going to say that my cell phone, which was the one thing in my pocket when the game started,
Right.
is this like high-tech Iron Man kind of tech thing, and you know it just it's lets me plug into some like console on the outer door and you know open the reinforced doors to the
Yeah,
lab.
you still could have done that.
My patience didn't burn all the way.
Seems appropriate.
I've played this game one other time. I did not think that I would see people being quite so combative with their truths. All right. So you,
Well, Jordan's actively making bad things every time.
I like it. I like it. It's good.
Hey, he's a snack. Don't forget it.
So naturally, I'm making things that I know Jordan's not gonna like it.
It is. I like the game. The game encourages just making things that are
Turns
It's-
out people are shitty even when the world's ending.
just making things that are interesting. Not winning only gets you so far.
That's why Peanut had to be done in.
It's true.
But yes, after I whip out my computing device in broad dark light,
Installing that USB.
yep. But it's the wrong way initially, and I have to flip it.
And put it back.
This is why we went to USB.
And the heavy plexiglass doors to the front entrance of the lab open to us.
When it opens, you smell a very similar stench as from the gas station. The stench of decay and rot floods your nostrils.
Sort of cover my nose.
As you walk in, you notice a mass, a pile off to the left.
Pile of what? But whatever. It's
Dark and you can't see it.
Do we close the door behind us?
Yeah.
Okay. This probably would have been important to mention before, but it's fine. What did you see? Just tell me. It's fine.
I saw a person-shaped thing.
Tell me. I'm not crazy. Okay.
Oh, it's a strong start.
Everything is crazy, but this is real.
Yeah, it's
They, no, listen. They go in people. They carve them out and wear their skin. You can't trust anybody.
I mean, the one I saw.
No, you don't understand. This is the only people we
find. I would like to look for. It's a science lab. High tech gear.
So you make your way in and down, or the right now where you see this mass at least is in the lobby still. You have to kind of go in and make your way down to the lab somehow. So do you wanna just continue on into the lab, or does anyone want to do anything before you make your way down?
I look at everyone and can you handle that anymore? Shouldn't somebody else take it?
I know that can.
Somebody else should have the gun. You can't even keep it steady. Give it to Dan.
Fine.
So, in the lobby and in this facility, the lights are on, right?
Not in here, no. You don't see anyone.
Okay. Wait. How do we see the mass?
It's just sort of like you have just enough light from there's basically an emergency light on way down at either end, and it gives you just enough light to make out the silhouette of it. But
all right, max creepy. I love it.
I can shoot it.
The pile.
Yes.
Why would you just shoot the pile?
We should turn a light on.
Should at least shine a light on it.
I'm gonna flash that out and shine it slowly.
I don't know who has all the supplies, but like, I would like to have at least like one like road flare in my pocket so that I am not unarmed.
Do I don't know if this would make any sense in any of the supply gathering. Do I have any sort of tape, like duct tape or anything like that? Specifically duct tape, actually, between the gas station and our supply room. If no, that's fine.
not yet, but you could look around for some.
I will keep an eye out for any sort of tape.
What kind of tech did you find?
We didn't yet because we are in
You're
the
not
lobby.
like in the lab yet.
Yeah.
We shine a light on the. You say you shine a light on the mask.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
So when you shine your light on it,
careful. I just like.
it doesn't move, it doesn't shrink away. You just see a mass of gore, of bones and organs and muscle.
Does it look like human?
You see
parts?
some clothes. It's all sort of dripping, but what you don't see any of is skin.
Fantastic.
If I look out the door, do I? I would like to see if anyone's following us from the Miller building.
Go ahead and roll for it. No sixes.
1, 6, 1.
Roll your hope die.
Oh
What's wrong?
It's
with
right
you?
between-
Saying right every time. You haven't moved.
5.
Hey,
2 6s.
that's a success.
All right.
Oh, you're just gonna let us lose that one.
I am gonna let you. I have 5 die. I don't know what your problem is.
You're my problem.
Looking outside, there's a group of about 7 people, just kind of slowly walking towards the building.
Sure.
We need, guys. I know where it went.
Or who went?
He's not wrong. We need to get downstairs now.
Let's go.
We did close the door behind us at least.
Hey, it's plexiglass,
Great.
so it's gonna be resistant.
Alright, let's. And you have the light shine on the pile.
Which as he sees people approaching, I immediately just like dampen it.
Shine it on them.
Oh, the thing's behind us?
Yeah.
Good idea. I'll do that. This is why you're in charge of security.
So as you shine it on them, they quickly scatter to the fringes of the light. hiding. What you see as they scatter is mostly normal-looking people, but a couple it almost looked like you just saw skin. You saw looked like just naked people, but they looked their movements were a little less in line with what you normally see. You see some of their legs almost bending the opposite way as they run.
There, that's what that looked like. Can we move now?
Down. Now.
So how do you so as you go, you see an elevator, you see some stairs.
Behind the receptionist desk, is there any
Can
duct tape?
Go ahead and roll, and you can look around for
I,
some.
Get
I'm
that duct
using our dice for duct tape,
Get that
boys.
tape. Yes.
I did it.
We found it.
I got no sixes.
I got
Let's
A6.
go, dude.
A6 and no
You find
ones.
There you
neon
go.
pink duct tape.
Free
Let's
duct
go.
tape, dude.
It's
All
just
right.
a janitor cart just
Infinite
left near
duct
the front.
tape. I find duct tape. I duct tape that small tactical flashlight I found in the gas station onto my shotgun.
Nice.
And now I have a light on my shotgun.
nice.
Because I'm
360
not,
no
I'm
scope
not
What do you
doing
need
this.
to- what
I'm
do you-
not doing this with my
with a shotgun.
You need a ring light though, so that like it makes them coalesce central to the
Yeah,
shaft.
instead it leaves it dark. And I just put a piece of tape over the center of the light so that it's.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Love it.
I actually do that.
That's
It
actually
sounds like really cool. Now that I think about it.
Leave them a
Yeah, the
little bit
center
of
is
safety
the
from the light
darkness,
so that you
yeah.
can hit them with the bullets. Sure.
Yeah.
And they let me know that this way is going to be safe, and this will take us not directly towards the airdrop thing, but at least it'll, as far as I know, it's a cleared route.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll to.
Wait, are we picking? You said stairs, correct?
I'm just taking. Oh, I was taking the route that I got from the people on the comms, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is what?
I don't know what stairs. What was the other option?
Make the roll. Stairs or elevator, but you can make the roll and we'll come up with it.
4 dice. What could go wrong? Hey, success. Only one.
You got it.
Hey.
We're doing it.
We are.
We're winning.
We're winning. Are you winning, son?
We're winning. Look,
Yeah.
they're no lower than they were 2 hours ago.
Everything's fine.
They're still lit. The only ones that have went out have been the ones we deliberately put out.
What were you looking for?
We were going to go to the lab.
For his stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll take the route down. It does involve staircase. It does involve the steps going past through several security doors that I'm hoping that Daniel will open for us with his fancy phone,
With his magic foot.
and each one sort of securing the path behind us from being encroached upon.
Airlock style.
And we sort of make it to the tech room that Daniel was sort of looking for.
Sure. Yeah, you make your way into the lab, into the one of the best labs in the state. Quite a bit nicer than the one you were all at. More technology, more connection. Daniel, would you like to look around for stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
Go for it.
Get that data, boy.
Get it. Oh
Nice.
yeah.
1-6, no ones.
No sixes?
We
Wow.
take these. We take these. We win the 4v4 battle every time.
So I don't narrate the success though, because we didn't get more than one, right?
No, you
No,
still
yeah.
do.
You get more than
You
you
got
got.
more
As long
than
as you get more than
Yeah,
Caleb.
zero.
Yep.
Oh, okay, okay. Then I direct Tyler to a room within. It's like one whole like level, just a whole bunch of R&D, and one side has this like tech storage closet where we have prototypes of, you know, night vision goggles, infrared goggles, like sort of these like all-in-one, you know, optical devices for soldiers in the military and
Yeah.
everything. And meanwhile, I am heading to the side of the lab that deals a little more with chemicals, and I am trying to find magnesium in great quantities, because the other labs we've been at haven't quite had the same, you know, chemistry departments, let's say.
Sure.
So you find magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Magnesium's a good pick. 10 out of 10. 10
Cool.
boy Dan.
So you find all of those things. Find a nice amount of equipment to bolster your supplies, bolster your inventory, and things are pretty good. What do you have on top right now?
My moment.
What is your moment again?
When I find evidence or proof that I can survive or overcome.
You see a particular crate at the back as you are going through all of these things, as you're pulling in equipment that you're sort of expecting to find, right? You find chemical supplies, you find night vision goggles, just sort of standard things you might find at a high-tech lab that does some level of security research and everything. And then you see one box at the back that is stronger than you. It gives you evidence where you think, depending what's inside, could prove very useful to you. If you would like, you can try with your moment to see what's inside.
This is
Yeah.
the moment.
Burn it.
So we burn it, and do I use my hope die for this one or
No.
no?
If you succeed, you get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't succeed, you have no hope ever. Yup.
There's the fire. I'm like, is it gonna catch?
Flip it over. Yes. Get it. Big money.
Oh.
Whammy.
What'd you get?
2 1s and no 6.
Can we also?
Am I able to?
You can. Yes.
Yes. Burn it all.
2 1s. I mean,
Doesn't tell us.
I did
about-
get a 6.
Save the ones.
so unless you roll 2
Save the
6s,
scene.
best you can hope
Save
for.
the day.
Oh my.
Oh, this
It's
is what
fine.
we were worried about.
It's
The table's going up. No, that's
Quick,
Can
pour
we
the
talk
Dr.
about-
Pepper on it.
Let's talk about how difficult these things have been to just burn in the first place.
get it. One,
Overcome.
1 and 3 times.
This is
we're-
your moment.
Oh,
What was the thing you burnt?
selfish.
Selfish
Mhm.
as a vice. So you look in the box
What's in the book?
and you see what you had hoped for. It's it's what your team had been researching for a while. Something that would have made you a lot of money if it had come to fruition. Something pretty close to a perpetual energy machine. Didn't output a whole lot, but it was looking successful. But there was end of the year finances came in and things weren't looking so good, and research and development had been proving a really costly endeavor. And you at that point
Interesting.
were sort of new to your career and really wanted really wanted that upgraded car, upgraded house, and so you decided at that point to take the bonus instead of continuing on this project endeavors. So while you found it, didn't really pan out to be helpful.
Piece of junk.
As
Throw it
you
across the room.
as you continue looking and everyone starts searching through the lab. That's a pretty big place, and so you are just starting to make your way, the rest of you are just starting to make your way through it. These things are true. The world is dark.
Can we go first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. The candle's going out.
Yep. Let's go, let's go.
Oh, we lost the truth.
We lost one.
Actually, no, you do lose the truth.
Yeah.
You get to, you always get to hold on to the "we are alive" if that's the only one you haven't said, but you do lose that one. Actually, I lost.
You
the
lost
truth.
it, yeah.
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 Candle's defending you.
There's one person besides us alive in this lab.
The woman we brought to the Miller building has been scooped.
You didn't have to do that because I was going to do that.
It's been scooped.
She's one of the skin wearing.
Okay.
That's what I put the guy in the stairwell for.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, there is something behind a wall of bulletproof glass in the lab, and we are all alive.
Alive.
Nailed it. Oh, you get another one, don't you?
I do.
Yep.
Son of a.
Wow.
Uh,
This is
so what all do you do?
Wait, that's
What do the other three
I
of you
went
do?
first?
Yeah, two,
Yeah.
3.
1, 2, 3. A second one went out.
There's only 4 candles left. Be 4 truths.
My bad. Yeah, I'm not thinking about that.
I will look for any of the results of the research they have done here.
Yep, I'm good. That's what I'm looking for too.
Stuff behind bulletproof glasses, ironically. Bullets.
Yeah, Javon, go ahead and look for some research.
I will burn
Oh, no.
my vice.
Oh no.
I have 1-6.
We have a failure.
Thus far.
Double burn.
Yep.
Oh no. That was about to go.
What was? It's about to go anyway, don't worry.
Oh no. Oh.
That's stuck to
Yeah,
my
yeah,
finger.
we're good. We're good. We're just going down.
Alright, high roll. Nope.
Oh
Wow, fuck.
So you look around for the information.
I burnt superiority, by the way.
Thank you. You look around for the information and you find the just hub of computers where there are hundreds of them set up, all with you assume what access you need, and you start looking through them. It takes you a while, and a few of them just don't seem to turn on. A few of them seem like they were sabotaged in some way. You see a few broken monitors, a few shredded cords. As you make your way to the back of the room, as you investigate literally each computer in this room, you see some gore covering one of the computers. Seems like it got splattered. But you are not able to find any of the information that you're looking for. Any reason why this might be happening. These things are true. The world is dark.
We hear a shattering noise from upstairs in the building.
There are vines growing out of the vents.
And
We are still
We
alive.
are still alive.
we are still.
We are the worst at this.
You actually are.
It's actually we are all alive. But
It's just we are alive.
all right.
Listen, I am verbose.
Sorry, my
That's what I do.
superiority says.
I'm
to
just
you
being
that
char- I'm
it's
just
we
being a
are all
character.
alive.
Reread it. I am looking at the doors we came in, and I'm just have my gun out, and I'm waiting for the first thing to see move to shoot at it.
Sure. You wait, but it takes a while and nothing shows up. You heard shattering, but there's a few layers of security between you and the upstairs. So you wait.
I look for a way to turn on security cameras to see what's going on in the rest of the building.
I think they already are on. Those
They
are-
Yeah. Yeah, I think we established that with the truth.
Oh,
That
yeah,
they're
that's right. Yep, we can see.
they're odd.
I would like to look around.
Yeah, so you see you find them and you see a flood of enemies, a flood of people coming in. A lot of them just running like normal looking people, but a few in the crowd are, now that you have these cameras with this sort of night sight to them, you get a better look. They're running not like humans at all. Some of them are literally on all fours, almost running like spider style. Some of them have all their joints reversed and just running. A few that look like they're slithering, where the arms and legs are just dragging limply deflated behind them. And as you are watching, you see a few silhouettes that sort of dangle, floating almost, and the screen goes black.
I would like to reinforce the barricade of this last door.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for it.
Hey, we did it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Just one though.
So I have a 6.
Yeah.
So you succeed. You reinforce it. But as you do, you hear them breaking through more and more doors.
We need to get this
It
data
sounds
out here.
like it's just a mass thudding into it. And as it does, the thrumming gets louder and louder.
Yeah, I run to.
We need to move. We need to get this data out here, and we need to get out of this building.
Yeah, like now. Where's the thing we send
Let's
it with?
go. I mean, if it's not in this room, this room's underground, right? So it's not going to have access.
The entire lab is underground.
Well, yeah, but there's a part that we went down. The part that needs to have a roof. Needs to have a roof
Sure,
access.
secret elevator to some building with roof access or
So-
something. Yeah.
I want to get there.
Sure. So you wanna find your way to the roof access escape.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Get it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, nice roll.
2 6s.
And a 5.
Also have 2 6s.
It's okay.
May the odds be ever in your
So you find your way. You look around, and it takes you a while. As you do, you see something behind bulletproof glass. It's in the far back. It's actually marked as a janitor's closet. But you walk in, make your way back into the closet, and it just sort of continues on like a hall. And in there you see this room with glass on one side, and in it you just see this massive vines sort of pressed up against the glass.
Is this where the access is supposed to be?
No, it's just something you walk past as you go back.
What are the vines? Why are they researching vines here?
And
Well connected. We don't have time.
I know.
you make your way out and up to the access. But then where the ship is supposed to be to get out is completely destroyed by these strange vines. As you see them, you hear this thrumming loudly.
Is the ship the same thing that was going to carry the data away, or is
Mm-hmm.
There's something else, right?
not that they told me?
Well, we gotta get it out of here then.
Yeah.
We're at the top of the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you see around you, it's a pretty large building that you're on top of,
Yeah.
but there's, you're looking out over a city, and it's kind of disorienting because there's no light above you, and there's very few lights that you see pocketed throughout the city. But the lights that you see get such big shadows from the buildings that are around you, and you're not necessarily the tallest building in the city.
Sure.
You just mostly get darkness and silhouettes of these large block structures.
How tall is this building?
Say, what, 300 feet?
30 stories.
Yeah.
We're at the top. They're gonna be coming down for us.
Down.
They're gonna be coming up for us. We'll stay down.
Is there like a zip line or a pipe we can climb down or something?
I have this rope.
Oh, the rope.
Are there vines all the way up here?
There are vines around the device that was going to carry the data out.
And it's destroyed. You said.
Is there a building within? Go ahead.
I want to investigate the vines and also remind me the rules on Brink.
So you can use your brink to re-roll by incorporating it. If you fail to re-roll with your brink, though, you burn the brink and you lose your hope die.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Well, I already don't have my hope die though, right? So
Yeah.
So you...
So that's no risk.
oh, right, yeah.
The only reason I want to is because I can potentially do my moment here.
Yeah.
well, go for your moment, and then we'll follow up. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So how far is the? I want to rig something with this rope, either to another building so we can get away, because now we need to hand deliver this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Either to fashion tie this off and like find some way. I want to use this rope to give us an escape route.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
That's the short.
I'm good with that.
As a team. Oh,
Nice.
dude. There's a 6.
I also have one. Go ahead.
Get your hope die though.
I do get my hope down.
So, you all are backed into this corner, it seems like.
Wait, so
But-
what is your moment before it fully
Our
rolls away?
find hope when we come together and find a way to survive in what seems like certain peril.
So you take the rope and you say, we need to find a way to we need to find another building we can get to. This rope is 50 feet long, and we need to find somewhere else we can get to. And Daniel, looking at the vines, you see that there's the vines seem somewhat sturdy and sort of offshoot from the it's spread out enough that you think you can get a little more distance on the one side. Nicholas, you mentioned how there's another government building off to the side, and
They go by itself.
as a backup. And Tyler, you say you'll stand anchor for it. And so together you fashion a way to sort of get this rope to swing out, and you can land one by one on top of a building next to it. As you do, you realize you have to sort of shift your lights away from these vines. They shrink away as you shine your light onto them. These things are true. The world is dark.
We are alive.
No, I get one truth.
Oh, you're alive. Nobody's get one. Haha.
So we blow it out real quick.
Let him go so we have more chance.
That's true.
For a scene.
There are people hanging from the vines.
Oh.
I too have seen Naruto.
And
We are alive.
We are alive.
We are alive.
Actually, don't know the Naruto thing.
There are people hanging from the vines? Where? Or just there are? There are.
There are.
Of course there are.
You find yourselves on top of another building.
I am going this time to investigate one of these people on the vines.
Sure. Go ahead and take a look.
Big money. Big money.
Before you do, we're going to call this a dire
Yeah.
conflict.
Yeah, that's about right.
Don't screw this one up.
ooh.
6-3.
Wow.
I have no sixes.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Just how he drew it up.
Alright, one of these. You really have to accelerate that camel without a way. Yeah.
I did.
So what do you see?
Indigestion.
What's attached to the vines is humanoid in its outer shape, but it's not one of the human shadow husks we've encountered. It's not a pile of gore. It's could be something that the shadow husks have been trying to cultivate. Some hybrid with people. And after staring at one of them a little too closely, it opens its eyes.
Sure.
meets my gaze, which is fucking
Yeah. So you see this.
I shoot it. Yep.
Tyler, go ahead and take a shot at it.
Tyler hit
6,
Hope die.
5.
2 successes.
Oh, you
You
rolled
have
it.
2 6s.
Well,
Okay.
fine.
So,
Oh god, guys.
Yeah.
What? Oh no.
GG.
Oh no, we're still alive.
so you
Yep.
fire and hit it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They're both going out.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'll keep it alive.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
So you fire and hit the creature. But the bullets don't do any good. You blow it back, but it's only the light that makes it run away as it flees down from the side. That's when you hear plop, plop, plop. And the thrumming gets louder as you see this, looks like descending mass of vines and bodies falling and splattering onto the ground. And it looks like just bile, filth, just a dark writhing mass. It doesn't really have a shape of its own, but it looks like a rotted fruit version of what you saw on the vines. And they start crawling, slithering towards you. And you shine your lights at them, and you ward them off one by one. But you find that it's only a matter of time. Nicholas, you make your way away as the only person that actually knows the layout to this building, and Daniel follows behind him. Javon and Tyler, you stand your ground, taking shots and shining your lights as best you can.
And punch the shit out of them. Go freak them.
Tyler, you, with your arm incapacitated, you're the first one to sort of get fed up, tired of this nonsense, and you go and try to tackle one of them, but it just sort of splatters as you hit it, and you feel the filth just tear into every orifice that you have. And Javon, you see for the second time someone emptied out, and the shock of it again stops you for just long enough that you feel it, a mass come behind you and take you down. Daniel, you make it as far as the door, but Nicholas shut it behind him, and in the split second it takes you to open the door, one lands directly on top of you and makes its way into your nostrils, and that's the last thing you remember. Nicholas, you make your way inside. It's quiet, but the thrumming has gotten louder now that you're inside. There's no light, and as you ran in here, you dropped your light. You find yourself completely in darkness. For the first time in a long time, alone. And as you make your way through, suddenly you step on something rounded instead of the metallic clink of the stairs that you're used to. You fall forward and you just hear a mass of writhing and squirming. These things are true. The world is dark.
I know we haven't found anything yet, but we will. We have to. Keep looking, keep searching, until... and that's all we can do. Just keep going.
Day 37, Daniel Higginbottom's log. Soon we turn our efforts in another direction. Before long, I will be in control of this new world. Just remember, even those pathetic enough not to protect themselves should be protected.
I've been to the Great Pyramids. I've been to South America. I've seen the things that humanity has done, how long we've survived. This is just a blip. This is the thing that thousands of years from now they'll dig up and find the things that we did to survive. I know it.
I know we haven't found anything.
That's all.
We are not alive.
These things are true.
Your one more candle, we have it. I'm telling you.
With 1d6, I don't know.
One more candle.
I was absolutely going to let myself die to help with his
Right.
dire thing. I was
Yeah.
100% go for it.
I was. It was interesting because the
That was awesome.
brink that I was given, on top of my sociopathic tendencies and basically being like Albert
Again,
Wesker,
I decided this before we even started writing anything down.
yeah, was sabotage our efforts, which is why I was like, guess I gotta investigate these vines or something.
Yeah.
I've seen you sabotage your efforts.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you. But yeah. That was the thing that a similar direction with mine.
I was trying to figure out a way that where it made sense for me to sabotage it, and I'm like, maybe it was kind of an accident this time. I don't know.
It's on for streaming.
Just
We
Your
can bring the lights back up.
Just a little.
your initial line was like the perfect altruistic bully line. These pathetic people, I'll take care of them.
that was a fun one.
That was awesome.
Ooh,
Oh.
God.
I was specifically trying to avoid that. And
So
it didn't work.
the way it normally shakes out is the last scene, when there's just one candle left. Whenever you fail it, that's when your character dies.
Mm.
And so the last scene, you get to keep going, but every time you try to do something, if you fail, if you roll that one die and
That would have been.
it results in if you end up losing it, that's when your character dies. I would actually have to double check if you get to narrate your death or not. I don't remember, but
I still have 2 cards left.
yeah, it's a cool way to end it. I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to go about it that way.
I wanted to go a little longer.
I like
Just a little bit.
just
Yeah.
That's really
It's okay.
sweet, though.
Now we know the next time we play,
We need
just like
14.
stagger general intervals and try and blow them out in order.
I thought we did. That's the
You
thing.
you guys
We
did for the
but
most part.
But the last ones were just lit at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Those are sweet though.
I think they went for about 3 hours, which is it's on the short end, but
Yeah,
it's just part of the
actually.
game, you know.
Well, that's the point. You know, I'm not upset about it.
Upset
Yeah.
at all.
It was
Yeah.
it was a cool
It's getting dark.
aspect of it.
How appropriate.
Yeah, when you said that earlier, I was just like,
It's getting dark. Yeah.
Oh,
Dang it. It keeps picking up you guys.
Caleb, thank you for running Yes, this is
Thank you guys for playing.
a very cool system.
I really really enjoy it. The whole the whole like ritual of the game is just feels so good every time.
Yes.
And we're terrible at it.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
We were somewhat vengeful with the truths.
But not too bad. Like
I mean-
I was worried after
The truths.
after Kevin was like, Stefan's arm is infected. I was worried that it was going to devolve, and I appreciate you guys not letting it devolve.
I almost didn't do it because I didn't want to step on Kevin, but my
Sorry, I took your gun.
my moment was delivering something
Felt
valuable,
like
and that was the most valuable thing I knew of.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to get it and send it.
Man,
You can
1,000 years
also-
from now, some archaeologist person's gonna find a real old-fashioned high-tech briefcase, and it's gonna blow up and kill him.
And the explosions will be, they'll have expired by then. All the chemicals will
That's true,
deteriorate.
actually.
Hey, we're past the point of establishing truths, you know.
So dope.
Alright.
Bruno?
Ads.
No.
Oh, were you gonna play something?
No, I was deleting the.
You're gonna get us DMCA'd before we end the stream?
Yeah,
Alright.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We had a solid group tonight.
That was awesome.
How many people do we have?
We had like 7 or 8.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
People checking out the new systems.
Absolutely. This was the coolest visual aesthetic stream we've ever had.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
surprised that it actually like
so good.
Worked
filmed
out really
very
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching.
Maybe it'll
See
be
you all.
maybe it'll be
Happy
an annual
Halloween.
thing.
Peace.